Okay, so we're gonna begin a little bit differently this morning by laying down on your belly. So coming all the way down onto the ground. And make your feet as wide as you can. Let your toes turn out towards the sides of the room. And then you can cross your forearms in front of your chest, elbows in front of your shoulders, so not underneath. And just for a moment, before you even rest your head down, send a lot of breath into the space between your navel and your forehead. Get this deep sense of really grounding your belly into the ground and then folding it over to the ground. And then resting your head down on your chin or your forehead on your forearms. And every time you exhale, imagine that you could drop beneath the layer of the mat, beneath the layer of the floor, and drop into the earth. And as you drop deep, with the breath in, draw that depth all the way up, back up through the floor, into your belly, and all the way even to your low spine. And as you exhale, you drop even deeper. You can keep letting go, softening more, even through your jaw and your shoulders and your neck, in your ankles and in your feet. That softening through body actually allowing for you to drop deeper. And thus, the deeper you drop, the more light is as you can hold that depth. Breath around your diaphragm, leading through your back body and your side body. You even feel it rising up into the back of your head. And then lifting your head, keep breathing your belly into the ground. Pull your right knee up to the height of your right hip. So it's almost like you're in like a half frog with your one leg. And flex your foot. And then either keep your head lifted or rest your head back down on your forehead. And now send that full breath all the way inside of your hip, in your groin, even your inner thigh. And as you exhale, you allow your hip and your thigh to descend towards the ground. You fall beyond space between leg and hip. Fall beyond the surface. And then rise up onto your forearms and slide your left arm underneath your right and roll over onto your back, keeping your knee off to the right side so that you end up in this twist. And you can use your hand on your top knee to press and encourage that a little bit deeper if that feels good. Slowly rolling onto your belly once again. Extending your left leg straight back behind you. Feet are wide on the mat, toes turn out. Crossing your forearms in front of your chest. Pull your left knee up to the height of your left. Noticing any bit of difference on this side. And exhaling, relaxing your forehead, chin down. Keep breathing your belly into the ground. At the same time, to allow your inner thigh, inner hip to breathe open and release into the ground. Lifting your chest, sliding your right arm underneath your left, and rolling into a twist. Breathe through your whole spine. Slowly returning onto your belly, extending both legs behind you. Then reverse this in your feet. So you're going to turn or bring your feet to point straight back behind you. And then turn your toes in and let your heels fall out towards the sides of the room. And as you rest your forehead down and you breathe your belly into the ground, just observe the spaciousness through your low spine and your sacrum just above your tailbone. Almost like you can feel it melting towards your outer hips. And then turning your toes straight back behind you, bring your arms to extend all the way out long in front of you. So hands are about at a V, and you pop up onto your fingertips. And really root the tops of your feet firm into the mat. I mean, so much so, and even try to get like your pinky toe to root down towards the ground. Feel how that takes your inner thighs slightly up towards the sky. And then again, breathing into that low belly space as you root your pubic bone down and in your tailbone long behind you. And now inhale, breathe your side waist longer forward, your side ribs, even your back ribs, everything lengthening forward. Now your heart drawing towards the space between your thumbs and gently lifting towards the sky. And now feel those muscles along the sides of your spine that are supporting you right now, and give them a lot of breath. One more breath, just like this. Deep through the tissues that hold your spine. And then exhale, relax your chest down. And now inhale, keep your palms flat and lift your chest, lift your right arm and lift your left leg. So feel this diagonal reach from your right fingertips into the throat. And then feel that line go all the way through your shoulder, diagonal opposite way, out through the very tips of those toes. Take one more breath, breathe belly into the ground, lift your chest, and exhale, relax, arm, leg, chest down. And then inhale, lift your left arm and your right leg. Keep your toes reaching straight back behind you.
And imagining like we did when we grounded through our feet, but you to have that same sensation. So press your pinky toe like it could root in towards the mat. Of course, your leg is still lifted, but it allows your inner thigh to lengthen up towards the side. Take one more breath through that energetic line, that diagonal line through your body, and then release all the way down. So now starting to lift with one breath. So inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale. Continue like this. Bending your belly, moving firm to earth. Allow you to widen your breath into those contracting muscles that hug your spine. And this is how we find healthy contraction. There's unhealthy contraction where our body contracts and we shrink into it and we actually create more tension. We bring more tension into the contraction. And then this is healthy contraction through the muscles through your spine, where you are actually bringing the spaciousness of your breath, the spaciousness of your mind into the contracting of the muscle. And that's how we actually cultivate a strength physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, that we can use. One more time on each side. And then totally relax down. You might turn your head to one side, bring your arms all the way down by your sides. Let your shoulder heads just melt towards the ground, and start to give your hips a little bit of a shake, side to side, really loosening your sacrum, your hips. So just turn your head the other direction if it's turned in one way. Keep shaking your hips side to side, loosen your spine, your tailbone. Good, and then come to stillness. Turn your head center, palms by your side ribs like a low cobra position. And then gently press your belly, your chest, your thighs off of the mat. So come into a swan pose. So it's like a half upward facing dog. So your knees are down, your thighs are lifted off of the mat. Send your tailbone towards the backs of your knees. And even here, can you have that sense of rolling your inner thighs, almost like towards the line, whereas before it was up to the side. And then lengthen your heart forward, like you're pulling your chest through between your shoulders. And then feel your outer upper arms roll open and back towards your back body. Take one more breath here, breathing up out of your wrists. And then rocking your hips back, broaden your knees, big toes touching, and find child's pose, Balasana, pressing your hips back, dropping your forehead to the mat. And breathing your belly open into your thighs. And then inhale, rising up onto hands and knees. Inhaling your heart forward through a cow spine. And exhale, round through cats a lot. Push your hips all the way back onto your heels. And drop your child's pose. Inhale, keep your spine grounded as you rise. Onto all fours with the cat spine. Really push into your upper back. Pause here for a moment with your shoulders over your wrists. And breathe your heart hugging up towards that space between your shoulder blades. Drop your head and breathe open into those tissues that hug shoulder blades and spine, and into the back of your neck even. And now coil your chest forward, cow spine, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, cat spine, press your hips. Now dragging your right hand back on the mat towards your knee. And then inhale, lift your hips off your heels and sweep your arm all the way up as you come reach your arm way out towards the wall in front of you and keep reaching. Move really slow motion. Good, and then your hand connects back down on the mat. Drag it back. And then really turn your shoulder, your front ribs open. See how wide you can get through the front of your left or your right chest. Reach all the way out long in front of you, side ribs, spacious, and then hand down. Do it one more time, dragging back. Turning, roll the shoulder open, reach way out, further out. Feel that reach from hip to wrist to fingers, and then set your hand back down and switch sides. Now your left hand drags back. Inhale, open. Exhale, drag your hand back. So do it twice more. Every time you inhale and open, and then reach out even further forward than you did the last time. Very good. Sit your hips back into child's pose. Breathe through your spine, your back ribs. Inhale, rise up onto hands and knees. And tuck your toes. Lift your knees and shins 3 inches off of the mat. And now draw your belly towards your spine. Draw your front ribs towards your spine. Your heart towards your upper spine. Drop your head. And now push the floor away and start to lift your hips straight up towards the sky. Straight up. Keep your knees bent. And then you'll feel naturally when your hips wants to start to tilt. Shining your sit bones up towards the sky. Your tailbone up towards the sky. You can almost feel like your belly, we're pressing back towards your thighs. And now take another breath here. Get super long for your upper side ribs, upper side waist. And now exhale, begin to straighten your legs any amount. You can even maintain a little bend if you would like for this first downward dog. As heels descend in the direction of the ground. You may or may not touch the ground. Take a full breath here through your whole body. And then lifting high, again onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees on one. Now slowly walk your feet, and I mean slowly. So feet walk towards your hands, and really feeling every bit of the surface of your foot that touches and makes contact with the mat. Go that direction. And then slowly coming all the way into Nasana, forward fold at the top of your mat. Drop your head a lot. And then start to shake your head. Yes. Shake your head. No. If your hands don't touch the ground, come here. Do please either books or hands on your shin. And shake your head. Yes, one more time. It's really heavy. Cheeks heavy, lips heavy. And then just bring your head to stillness. Rock more weight towards your toes, even if your knees stay bent a little bit. Now bend into your knees a lot. Let your tailbone round towards the ground. You slowly start to roll your spine up. And as you're doing that, as you're rolling, press into your back. Slowly as you rise, your shoulders come over. Roll them back and down your knees. Open your palms, spread your toes, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. You might even gaze up and touch your palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, spine long as sternum lengthens forward. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Root into your front heel and drag your heel towards the back. your belly off of your thigh. Lifting your chest, sweeping your arms out. Turn your palms to face forward. Hug your inner thighs together. And then send your arms by the sides of your head. Reaching all the way out in front. Good. One more breath, lengthening back and forward. And then exhale, hands release down by the sides of your foot. Plant your palms nice and firm and step back halfway on the mat, just halfway. And then turn your right toes, your right knee to point out to the right side. Drop your back heel down to the left. Lean into your left hand and turn open to the right side. Really push into that front foot to open through your outer hip. And then take your top arm all the way over the side of your ear. Good. Sweeping your arm up towards the sky. Hand down onto the mat. Step back to plank pose. Full breath. Knees to the mat, maybe as you lower chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha, pressing back. Inhale, your left leg lifts. Rock shoulders forward, knee to chest, and step through between your hands. Get light on your hands, feeling belly away from your thigh. Inner thighs hugging towards one another, and can you find that inner back thigh rolling up towards the sky, that same action of driving your pinky toe down into the ground like we did at the start. And then sweeping your arms straight up to a T. Turning your palms forward and sweep your arms by the sides of your head. One more breath. Exhale, hands find the mat. This time, step to the top of your mat, both feet forward. Inhale, lengthening your heart long forward. Heel toe your feet wider than your hips. And grab a hold of the backs of your calves or the backs of your heels, whichever is most accessible. And then inhale, lengthening your heart forward. Spread your toes. Give a tiny bend into your knees and really shine your sit bones up towards the sky, away from your heels. And then exhale, pull back on your calves or your heels. Drop your head completely. And then can you keep finding length and space as you're here? Your inhale's creating an expansion, a widening through your side waist, side ribs. And exhale, you might even find you can sink a little bit deeper. Final breath here. Inhale, lifting your chest. Hands to your shins, heel to your feet, all the way together. Or hips distance if you're nursing anything in your low back. And then sitting hips, or your weight into your heels and into your hips. Sit your hips all the way back. Coming through Utkatasana, chair pose. Full breath here. Exhale, sweep your right arm down by your hip and back behind you. Exhale, arm goes down. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, left arm sweeps down and back. Inhale, sweeping forward. Right arm, exhale. Inhale, forward. Exhale, left arm back. Good. Inhale, forward. Exhale, fold over your legs. Lengthening your heart long forward. Step your left leg back, your right leg back. Lengthening your heart long. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good, right leg rises. Exhale, shoulders over wrist, knee to chest, and step through between your hands. Good, leaning into your left hand, twist open to the right side. Exhale, closing your arm down. Spin your back heel down and rise to Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulders over your hips. You might even close your eyes here. Fan your toes. Root down into your front heel and drag it back. One more breath. Breathe long through your spine. And then exhale, Parsvakonasana, side angle. Hinge all the way forward at your hip. Keep dragging your outer right hip towards the back short end of the mat. And then bring your forearm onto your thigh and your top arm up to the sky. And then do that. Root into your forearm and use it to rotate your top ribs. Open that little bit more. And then bring your top arm all the way over the side of your ear, keeping your bottom shoulder away from your ear. Draw your pubic bone towards your knee. Good. Bend 3 inches deeper into your knee. And then root into your heel, rise up, reverse warrior. Do not change the bend of your front knee, but use your front heel rooting down to actually lengthen up and further back. Exhale slowly, windmilling your hands all the way down. Step back to plank pose. Lower, chaturanga. Urdhva lift.
Yeah.
Adho Prasana. Inhale, your left leg rising. Exhale, stepping through between your hands. You're leaning into your right hand, twist open to the left. Find that line of energy, that energetic move from your back heel, in your crown, lengthening forward. And then exhale, close your arms. Step back to plank. Lower, chaturanga. Urdhva. Exhale, Adho Prasana. And left leg, same leg, lifting. Exhale, stepping through. Back heel down. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, rising. Strong in your legs. Breathing that depth all the way from beyond the mat, beyond the ground, and breathing it up through your feet, through your thighs. Breathe it up into the bowl of your pelvis, and let it wrap around your heart. Inhale. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. Hinging forward, keep sending your outer hip back, and then forearm to your thigh, top arm over your ear. Turn open. Already find that pubic bone drawing towards navel. Then taking your top arm over the side of your ear. As you do so, move your back foot. Again, like you could breathe beyond the ground. Allowing you to actually propel out further, reach out further. Good. Bend 3 inches. And then inhale, rise, reverse warrior. Next, exhale, windmill your hands down. Now, come to the ball of your back foot and step your left foot only halfway back on the mat. Turn your toes, your knee out to the left side. Send your back heel down to the right. Leaning into your right hand. Turn open. Now, can you push into your top hip and even have this sensation like you could hug your inner thighs together. Hug your inner thighs together. And then breathe your bottom ribs pulling forward. Top arm goes over the side of your ear. Push through your back heel, your side ribs, your fingers. Good, and then top arm goes back up to the sky. Gaze down, hand to the mat. Step back to plank pose and pause. Lower down onto your right forearm. Down onto your left forearm. You can keep your knees lifted, or if you need, you can set your knees down. Energetic reach. Breathing out through your back heels, through your sternum. Breathing forward. And turn your left forearm in front of your chest, elbows right under your shoulder. Drop your heels over to the left side. Turn your chest open. You're in a side plank. Your right foot can either stack in front of or on top of your left foot. Keep pushing down through forearm to lift, almost like you were lifting your bottom ribs into your top ribs. Good, and then close this down. Come through center. Other side. Right forearm crosses in front of your chest. Drop your heels to the right. Left arm extends to the sky. One more breath. Return through center. Set your knees down, thighs down, lifting through your chest. Inhale. Exhale, relax your chest all the way down onto the ground. Good. Now, arms extending out in front of you, coming to that V of your arms. And then tent your hands popping up onto your fingertips. Find that rooting of the tops of your feet down, even trying to get your pinky toe to press down. Again, that takes your inner thighs. Feel them rolling in and up towards the sky. And then rooting your toes at the bone down so your low spine is nice and supported. It's long and spacious. And then inhale, root into fingertips and breathe. To lift your chest, drawing towards the space between your thumbs. And then coiling up towards the sky. Breathe through the sides of your spine. Strong legs. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your hands off the mat, off the ground. Full breath, lifting. Exhale, relax. Down. Let go everywhere. Notice if there's still gripping in your buttock or your thighs or your calves, or your shoulders, anywhere. Soften. And then inhale, lifting your chest again. Pop up onto your fingertips. Root through your legs, strong legs. Inner thigh. Pubic bone down. Inhale, lift your chest. And now, arms and legs will lift together. Inhale, lift. Breathe your belly into the ground a lot. Allow it to create that spaciousness, a healthy contraction through your spine. One more breath. And exhale, relax down. Bring your arms down by your sides. Bring your head to one side if that feels good in your neck. Give your hips that little bit of a shake. Again, side to side, rocking your hips. And then turning your head the other direction if you turned it to one side. Turning your head center, hands by your side rims, rolling your shoulder heads open, and then inhale, lift straight up to upward facing dog. Thighs, knees off of the ground. Find your pinky toes rooting towards the earth. Your earth feels quite straight back behind you, not out to the sides. And then inhale, coiling your chest open. Feel like you could pull your front ribs, your chest between your shoulders. And then exhale, push the floor away. This should feel really good as you find downward facing dog, rolling back over your feet. And then take a few breaths and any bit of movement, any bit of sound, anything that you need to find a lot of length, especially through the tissues that connect like your low spine to the back of your pelvis. And once you feel satisfied, find stillness. Neutral dog, just finding all of your breath again, using your breath to create the deepening that's occurring inside. It's not coming from you making your body do anything, but rather than just opening your body to your breath. Inhale, lift high to your toes. Bend your knees a lot. Gaze forward, step your right foot, and then your left foot through between your hips. Inhale, lengthening your heart long forward. Heel-toeing feet wider than your hips. Sweep your arms out and around, interlacing behind your feet. And then pause here, pull your heart forward, roll your shoulder heads open. You kind of use like your shoulders kind of rolling open, like really find that. And then maintain a tiny bend into your elbows, tiny bend. And feel like there was like a string attached to the back of your arms, the back of your triceps. We're just gently lifting you towards the sky. This tiny bend of your elbows, and then reach. Energetic push from your shoulder head through your slightly bent elbow all the way out through your knuckles. And now fan your toes and rock more weight towards them. And then exhale. Maintain that tiny bend in your elbows as you drop your head and let your arms move over your head any amount. One more breath here. Exhale, releasing your arms by your hips. And all the way, hands come down to your shins or the floor, and lengthening your heart long forward. Exhale, fold center. And then heel toe your feet back to hips distance or all the way together if that works for your low spine. And then finding Utkatasana, sitting all the way into your heels, into your hips as they sit back, heart lifts. Inhale here. Exhale, your right arm sweeps down by your outer hip and behind. Inhale, sweeping down, forward and up. Exhale, left arm. All the weight still in your heels, even more so. And then inhale, lifting. Exhale, right arm. Inhale, center. Exhale. Good. This time as you inhale, center. Exhale, twist open to the right, hooking your elbow this time outside of your knee. Palms pressed together in front of your chest. Send your hips back, heart forward. Hips back, heart forward, fan your toes. One more time, hips back, heart forward. And now use the press of your palms together to find yourself floating towards the sky just a little bit more. Breathe into your back rib. One more breath. forward. Inhale, heart long forward. Sit back. Utkatasana, heart lifting. Exhale, twist to the left. Hook your right elbow outside of your left knee. And then just first focus on the length in your spine. So feel your tailbone lengthening behind you, your crown of your head lengthening forward. Keep going, fan your toes. Send your weight into your heels and even kind of sit your hips back and then down, back and then down. And now palms together, breathing belly and chest, rotating open towards the sky. One more breath. Exhale, unwind, fold over your back. Good. Inhale, lengthen heart long forward. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Either take the vinyasa or you're welcome to skip it if you want to press right back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg up and back. This time, bend your knee, heel towards your buttock, and turn your hip open towards the right side. And then breathe, slurping almost up from your palms, through your arms, through your top thigh, knee. And then straighten your leg. Turn your hip towards the ground, rock shoulders forward, knee to chest, and step your foot through between your hands. Now lifting your belly and your chest away from your thighs. Hugging inner thighs towards one another. Sweeping your arms out to a T. Palms face forward. Sweep your arms by your ear. Root into your front heel a lot as you lift your chest. Press it. Really set your tailbone, lengthening towards the ground, pubic bone lifting. And then can you find that sensation of your inner back thigh moving towards the wall behind you? Full breath in. Exhale, warrior two. So drop your back heel, turn open to the left side. And then straighten your front leg, lift tall and long. Exhale, Trikonasana. Send your right hip straight back, side ribs straight forward, and then bottom hand to shin or outside of your ankle as you turn open. One more breath. Top hand onto your hip, gaze down. Bend into your knee a lot. Now reach your right hand way out in front of your pinky toe. So whether you're on block or floor. And now we're gonna move through this very slowly, arriving in Ardha Chandrasana. So find a little bend of your back knee, inhale. Exhale, push off and come bring your weight over a bent standing leg. And then lift your back leg to hip height. And then from here, inhale, exhale, push into your standing foot and straighten your leg. Send that all reaching through your back heel. That back foot is very active. And then sternum drawing long forward. Slowly start to rotate your top ribs, your chest open. And maybe gazing directly center. You can also extend your top arm up to the side. Top hand onto your hip, gaze down, bend into your standing leg, slowly bring your back toes down onto the mat. Slide your hand to outer ankle or onto your shin as you straighten your leg and rotate open. You arrive again, Trikonasana. Good, gaze down, bend into your knee, hand comes down onto the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot, twist open to the right side. Same thing, dragging outer hip back, sternum forward. Good, now you have the option to bring your hand down and support yourself stepping back. However, I offer you a little bit of playtime to spin your back heel down and try to step your right foot straight back to stack over your left into Vashisthasana, side plank. So again, whether you bring your hand down to support you getting there or not, it's just about playing and having fun with it. Bring your top arm over the side of your ear. Push through the center of your heels, reaching back. Good, and then top arm up, down by your hip, down onto the mat. Chaturanga, or skip it. Upward dog. Adho Mudga, downward facing dog, pressing back. Left leg lifts. Bend your knee, open your hip. Keep pressing evenly through both palms, both arms, drawing up through your arms, through your belly, your thigh. And then straighten your leg. Turn your hip towards the ground. Rock forwards, knee to chest, and then step through between your hands. Lifting your chest. Inner thighs hugging, strong your legs. Sweeping your arms out to a T. Palms forward, arms by the sides of your ears. Next, inhale, soft bend of back, knee crescent pose, lifting. Tailbone down. Inner back thigh, rolling back. Your next exhale, warrior two. Drop your back heel, turn open. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana, hinging. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, and then hands down. Top arm up. Active in your feet. Active in your thighs. So that you can find that spaciousness, your belly and heart. Turning open more and more. Top hand onto your hip, gaze down. Bend into your front knee. Reach your left hand way out in front of your pinky toe. And then moving in that slow entry into Ardha Chandrasana. So inhale, soften the bend of your back knee. Exhale, press off. All your weight comes over your standing leg. And then lift your back leg. Keep your standing leg bent. Take an inhale. Exhale, push and straighten and reach through your back heel. Sternum forward. And then rolling your chest open towards the right side, towards the sky a little bit. Maybe your top arm extends. Breathe through your whole body. 360 degrees around you. Good. Hand onto your hip. Gaze down. Slowly bend your standing leg. Back toes touch the mat. Send your left hand outside of your ankle or onto your shin. Straighten your leg. Trikonasana. Gaze down. Bend into your knee. Hand to the mat. Twist open to the left side. Strong in your back thigh, pressing up. sternum drawing forward. So really feel that your bottom shoulder is like right over your wrist and then drawing that bottom shoulder blade down your back. So that when you spin your back heel down, that whole right side is really firm and stable. All you do is step, swoop your left leg back into Vashisthasana, side plank. Very good. Nice job. Again, you can support yourself if you need to. Okay, and then top arm over the side of your ear. Keep drawing your bottom ribs forward as you use your breath to lengthen and open into your top ribs, side waist. Good, top arm up, down by your hip, down to the ground, either vinyasa or rest. You might even take child's pose. Good, finding downward facing dog. Soften your jaw, soften your cheeks, your lips. Inhale, lift high to your toes. Bend your knees, relax, step your left foot and then your right foot to the top of the mat. Lengthening your heart long forward. Heel toe your feet wider than your hips. Bend your knees. Slide your hands underneath your feet. And really try to get your hands as far to your foot as you can find. Some of you might even bring your toes like into the crease of your wrist. And you can kind of scrunch your toes there and give a little massage. And really rock your weight forward, so like towards your wrist, towards the heel of your hand. And then exhale, pull back, like you're pulling your heart towards the space between your toes. Good. You can always shake your head a little bit and roll it in circles. Really making sure that your head is super relaxed. Total release to the sides of your neck. And then just breathe. Feel your breath nourishing your whole spine. Your tailbone, low spine, mid spine, upper spine, even the back of your neck. Good, and then inhale, lengthening your heart long forward. Unstep your hands one at a time, and then bring your feet all the way back together. Good, and then sitting your hips back, lift your chest, Uttanasana. Bend your elbows and pull them out to the sides of your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, press your palms, forearms, elbows all the way together. And then inhale, open your arms, broaden your collarbones, let your chest puff just a little bit. And then exhale, hug all of that towards your spine. Let your chest hug in towards your spine. And then again, inhale, open. Always inhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, close in. Good, now keep your palms pressing together, elbows pressing together. Root down, stand up. Sweep your arms straight up. And then your elbows naturally come apart. Let your hands naturally come apart. Up at the top, open through your chest. Lean back. Send your tailbone down. Press your hips slightly forward and then lift up. Up, up, and then exhale, hands together in front of your heart as you soften your chest. Inhale here. Open your mouth. Do that twice more. Sticking your tongue out. And then just finding a steady, easy breath. Feeling your feet on the ground. Your heart beating in your chest. And your skin breathing. Your skin breathing. Now step your feet wider than your hips. Turn your toes slightly out towards the sides, heels slightly in. Releasing your arms down, circling all the way out and up. Exhale, deep squat into your malasana. Bringing your elbows inside of your knees. You can always roll your mat to go underneath your heels if your heels are lifted off of the ground, or a towel even. Pressing your palms together, lift your chest. And then all the tissues that kind of wrap over and hug the back of your pelvis, your outer hips, let them just kind of melt away from your spine. Lift a little bit more through your chest and root through the four corners of your feet. So big toe mounds, pinky toe mounds, inner heels, outer heels. And then extend your right arm straight out towards the right side, your arm pressing your inner knee, and then turn open. And turn your top palm to face behind you. Sweep that back arm all the way around behind you. Some of you will grab onto your hip, your clothing, or on just resting your hand on your sacrum. Others of you will find the bind. So you can let your right shoulder kind of round forward and in. Take your arm around your shin, interlacing your fingers or even holding onto your wrist behind you. And keep pushing into your feet, both of your feet evenly, as you turn open. More breaths here. And slowly unwinding your arms, hands together in front of your chest. Going over to the other side, left arm presses, turn open. And you can even pause here. Otherwise, turning top palm behind you, wrapping around your back. Finding your version of this, whether you're just resting hand on sacrum, holding hip, or even taking the bind. Root into your feet. Breathe open. And slowly returning to the center. Lift through your chest. Reach your arms out in front of you and let your hips just sit right down onto the ground. Good. And then cross your right shin in front of your left. Right shin in front of your left. And inhale, sweeping your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, side bend over to the right. And turn your chest towards the ground and let your left hand come to the ground and walk your hands all the way across through center, all the way over to the left side. And then turn your chest open, side bend. And exhale, turning your chest down and walking your hands through center over to the right side. Good. Turning open. Good. Just keep moving with your breath. And then the next time you walk your hands through center, you'll just stay there in center. So lengthen your heart forward towards the space between your thumbs. Send your hips even further down into the mat. See if you can kind of like wiggle and walk your side waist, side ribs longer forward. And then exhale, just melt, drop. And then notice where there's any unnecessary tension, right? And this unnecessary tension is the tension that we allow to hold this constriction, rather than the healthy tension, which is there to actually support us, to hold us, and give us greater foundational strength. Lifting your chest, slowly walking your hands back in towards your body. Just lean back, switch the cross of your shins. Inhale inhale, sweeping your arms out and up. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Good, turning your chest down, walking all the way over to the right side. And as you turn open into the side bend, really root through your left hip a lot. And then exhale again, rocking through center. Do one more on each side. And then the next time you come through center, you stay there. And just take a moment, take a breath to find greater length. Heart forward, side ribs walking forward as hips root down. And then drop. Really give yourself the permission to just do this. That it doesn't need to look extravagant. It doesn't need to look like a lot. Because that is just about using the surface and the external and the outer sight. Whereas you know, when you turn your gaze inward, that it actually looks like a whole lot is going on. Because you can feel the melting, the unraveling, the letting go, occurring at the physical layer, which inherently means it's happening at the soul level because they are intertwined, they are one and the same. Lifting your chest, slowly walking your hands back in toward your body. Good, and then lean over to your left side so you can bring your right heel by your hip. Right heel by your hip. And then inhale, sweeping your arms up towards the sky. Root your sit bones into the mat as you turn. Feel your left ribs actually pulling you to turn open. And then bring your left hand down behind you and your right hand onto your knee. Some of you might like to wrap your back arm around your low back and even hold onto your hip or onto your foot. And you can kind of push your knee into your right hand a little bit. And send your breath up through your back ribs, turning you open with each exhale. Now stay in the twist. All you do is turn your gaze over your front shoulder. And then maybe you even lean back just a little bit in your chest. Good. Full breath here. And then exhale, melting back center. Just totally release back to center. Good. And then lean again to the left. Sweep your right foot all the way around outside of your left knee. And then kind of hug your left heel closer towards your right hip so that you get that knee pointing directly forward, the bottom knee. You do have the option to extend your bottom leg out if for any reason both sit bones don't want to root down while you're here. And then inhale, sweeping your arms all the way out and up. Exhale, twisting open, hook your left elbow outside of your knee, right hand behind you, lift through your heart. Again, you have the option to wrap your back arm around and hold onto your left hip. Good, one more breath here. And then exhale, slowly unwind back center. And then just keep turning, face the left, plant your palms, and bow your chest towards the ground. And then slowly rising back up center. Lean back, unravel your legs. Cross your right shin in front, and then bring your left heel by your hip. Okay, rooting your sit bones down. Sit down, and then breathe to lift tall through your spine. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, turning open. Feel your right ribs. Again, the movement is happening from there. Left hand on your knee. Right hand's either supporting behind you, or you can take your arms across your lap. That gentle pressure of your knee into your hand as you lift and coil your heart to the spine. One more breath. Stay in the twist. Just turn your gaze over your front shoulder. Exhale, returning center, just melting. And lean to the right so you can sweep your left foot outside of your right knee. Wiggling your heel by your hip so that your right knee points directly forward. Or again, you can take that option of leg extended all the way out. And then fingertips out towards the sides, lifting through your heart. Inhale, sweeping arms up. Exhale, twist open, hook your elbow. Lift through your heart. Turn open. Maybe your back arm wraps around your low back. One more breath here. Exhale, rotating center, and then just keep turning, go all the way to the right, plant your palms, and back. Inhale, rising up, lean back, extend your legs out, just give them a little bit of a wiggle, loosen through your thighs a lot, through your heels and your ankles, let them go loose as you shake. Your toes are soft. Good. And then come all the way down onto your backs. Good. Bending your knees, planting your feet on the mat. Open your arms to goalpost arms and take windshield wipers, sending your knees side to side. Really massaging the backs of your pelvis, your outer hips. Good, and then drop your knees all the way over to the left side. You're gonna wiggle your right foot further out towards the right. Drop your inner knee towards the ground. And then some of you might actually cross your left ankle on top of your right knee to act as added weight. And it might feel good to keep your arms in goalpost arms. If you want even more opening through your chest, you can bring your arms overhead. Release your foot down if it's crossed on top. And then start to lift your knees back up center. And we're gonna go into thread the needle on the right side. So using that same leg that we were just stretching, pull your right knee into your chest, cross your ankle over your left thigh, and draw your legs into your chest, thread, hands holding around the back of your left thigh. Flex both of your feet. You might stay totally still, or you might even rock a little bit side to side. Extending your right hip, right sit bone, pressing forward as you hug your left knee and thigh in. then grab a hold of your right ankle with your left hand. Your right ankle with your left hand. And then extend your right arm out to the side. And drop your legs over to the left. Now, some of you holding onto the ankle is a little too intense here, so totally fine, just let go. But if you keep holding onto your foot, kind of pull it towards like the upper corner of your mat as you push your knee towards the sky. Slowly rising back up center. Switch hands. Bring your right hand to the pinky side edge of your right foot. You can actually set your left foot down as you open your right leg into like a half happy baby. Good. And then relax your heel towards your buttock. Hand to your knee as you hug it center. And set your foot down. Good. Feet wide on the mat. Send your knees over to the right side. Wiggle your left foot further out towards the left. You might cross your right ankle on top. And setting your foot down, lifting your knees center, feet, hips distance apart. Lift your hips and lower your hips, just kind of resetting your pelvis. And then draw your left knee in, cross your ankle over your right thigh. And then draw your legs into your chest. Thread the needle. Maybe you play with rocking side to side. And then grabbing a hold of your left ankle with your right hand. Left arm out to the side. Drop your legs over to the right. Maybe continuing to hold your ankle or maybe not. And if you do, finding that bit of resistance as you press away from your belly. Switching hands, grabbing a hold of the pinky side edge of your foot, half happy baby. And then come into a full happy baby. Just draw your right leg in, catch your foot. The soles of your feet together, arriving in a butterfly on your back. Feet or hands holding your feet or your ankles as you curl your chest up off of the mat. You might even find you can wrap your hands, your wrists around the front of your feet. You might even like to rock a little bit. Side to side. And exhale, relax down, hugging knees together. Wrap your arms around your shins and curl into a small ball. Bring one hand on top of each shin, one hand on each shin. Keep your chest lifted. Start to press your thighs away from your chest. Press your shins forward into your hands. Get this nice stretch through the tops of your shoulders. Counterbalancing of weight, shins into hands, chest, almost leaning back a little bit. Good. One more breath. And then thighs return towards your chest and chest returns down onto the ground. And set one foot and then the other. Lift your hips and lower your hips. Extend one leg out and then the other. Savasana. Really soften each of your 10 toes. Go one by one. Softening each toe. Feeling the skin that wraps over the soles of your feet soften. And the tissue deep inside the soles of your feet melt, soften towards your heel. Sensing that melting flow through your calves and your shins. Through your knees, your thighs. A big breath into the bowl of your pelvis and exhale completely, returning to the natural rhythm of breath. Softening inside of your belly. Softening in the space between your rib cage. Until you arrive at your heart. Sensing your breath here. Without having to direct it, just by bringing your awareness here. Breath, follow. begin to bring the tiniest of movement into your fingers. The tiniest of movement. To rub your thumb gently over your fingers. You are rubbing sand with your fingers. Start to wiggle your toes. Point and flex your feet. Open and close your palms. Roll through your wrists, your ankles. Go in the other direction. Reach your arms all the way up overhead. Reach through your legs, your feet. And exhale, relax everything. And bending your knees, rolling over to one side. Resting there, make a little pillow with your bottom arm. And then slowly pressing yourself all the way up to sit. Bringing your palms together in front of your heart. Just observing this sensation and the energy around your heart. Inside of your throat. Behind your eyes. Feel the energy inside of your belly and inside the bowl of your pelvis. And breathe into all of those spaces. Inhale, lifting through your heart. And exhale, bowing all the way forward and down. Bowing in deep gratitude and reverence for this body, for this practice, for this space to practice together, and the space inside for you to practice anytime you choose to go in. And inhale, rising up, bring your thumbs to your third eye. The spirit in me sees, honors, and loves the spirit in you. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.